The Sun Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Bolden. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it again. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drive.
Touchdown, Husky! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Mountain West this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Fresno State dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up, breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. Doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Give to Brown. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah, that's probably not what's coming to mind, but man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more air underneath it. Not a lot more when you got a guy that fast, but man, that's probably one he wants back.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Fry. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. To the air, it's Bowling. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the first quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their second right there.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They'll run the screen. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Bowling. The quick out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
He's brought down at the 19-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. BYU was far from the friendly confines of Lavelle Edwards Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Pressure coming. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Caught in the backfield, it's Adkins.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. He'll throw it. Got his man downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Grab have the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your... He's loose! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bowling. Fires to the tight end. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Washington! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Washington. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
At the 36.
They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. Give to the running back. Slithers into space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Looking for a man. It's Bowley. Quickly complete. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you.
Catch inside the 25. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in. Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Second and goal for the offense. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneak gets it done.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And they tacked on the extra point. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. Gets rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's second down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Ready up. Here we go.
Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Boley. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Fry. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Washington.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a three before they head to the locker room. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Field goal is good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskies will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams, Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Easy.
He's looking downfield to throw. Nice catch along the sideline and great effort to stay in bounds.
And on that out route 3rd down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Look out, he's got room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
29 Philly.
They'll go right back to the run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Boley. It's complete on the right side. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Might be changing the route. Toss sweep to the right. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Lasso! Lasso!
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll go right back to it. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wants to throw. It's Bowling. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Soft spot in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give. Oh, he's got a chance. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Peace. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass. This time he's got his man. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Arizona State! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Let's go!
Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle, and if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
To the air, it's Bowling. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. The toss sweep to the right. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Brown has it. Turning it on. Running through contact. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to fire to the left. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. No good. Guys, I know the field goal wasn't good, but hey, 19, that's a pretty good lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Catch and stride inside the 15. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington.
29 Philly, 2-9.
They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Easy.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Come on, set.
They go to the ground. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. One more play to pad the stats. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.